Do you think it would be very mature if I were to go to a Star Trek convention and bring a few of my friends, just so I can, go into a corner and sit there sniggering away at all the people who are walking around all dressed up like Captain Kirk and Spock and whatnot? Do you think that would be very mature? Do you think that that would show off my intellectual superiority or whatever? Do you think so? Or if I went to go to a stamp collecting fair and would sit there sniggering at people collecting little pieces of paper, or go to a football match and I would sit there, quietly giggling to myself at people getting all worked up about 22 idiots running around kicking a ball around. Because, I can look at all these things and see them for the complete waste of time that they really are. The world is not going to be significantly different if at a football game Team A wins or Team B. But it makes an awful lot of difference to the fans. Of course it does, even if it makes no difference to me. And religion is similar, as far as I'm concerned. Religion is very important in some people's lives, even though it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And that doesn't mean that I must therefore respect religion any more than I must respect the fact that there is a, second division football thingy going on. It makes no sense to me, and I will not get involved, and I don't need to respect it either. I will lead my life quite happily, never watching a single game of football, never collecting a single stamp, never watching Star Trek on TV, and never setting foot in a church. But if I do for whatever reason find myself in a position where I do have to sort of be around such things, if I'm, for example, am invited to join a few friends to going to a football match, the last thing I'm going to do is find a couple of like-minded fools just so we can all sit there and quietly giggle to ourselves at what all these other people around us are getting so worked up about. Why did anybody think it would be a good idea to take an example of such behavior, record it, and then post it onto YouTube as if it's some sort of indicator as to how mentally advanced they are or whatever? It's ridiculous. To go into a church and to sit there at the back of the church like four fuckwits sniggering at what the people are doing in the rest of the church. It's just pathetic. It's ridiculous. It's infantile, and it's embarrassing to even watch. Sorry. This has nothing to do with respect, but it has everything to do with simple human courtesy. When you go into a church, you can at the very least accept that even if what is happening in there makes no sense to you whatsoever, it is important to the other people who are there. And if you want to change that, that location and that time is not the place to do it. Do it out when you're in public. Do it when they come proselytizing and trying to shove their God down your throat. Then by all means stand up and make yourself be counted. And stand in the way of bigotry, stand in the way of hatred, stand in the way of them trying to push legislation that reduces the rights of people. Then let yourself be heard in a public arena where such things are being brought into the discussion. By all means, ridicule the silliness for what it is. But when you're going into their clubhouse, for want of a better word, show them a little bit of courtesy. Conduct yourself with a little bit of dignity. And don't sit there like a bunch of retards sniggering at people. I've watched this, and all I can think is I'm watching a bunch of 4 beavers and buttheads who are too stupid to even behave themselves in a dignified manner.